already, I sort of discovered a precursor to Bell's theorem in 1960. Okay, back in 1960, when I was an undergraduate, I studied with Hans Bethe, who was the head of the Theoretical Physics Division of Los Alamos, and also, he was my tutor my senior year at Cornell. And in the summer of '59, I guess it was, I read David Bohm's textbook, Quantum Theory, which is the book he wrote about Bohr, the Bohr Copenhagen interpretation, and not his later hidden variable theory. This is just conventional quantum theory. But in that book, a couple of things. There's, I think, chapter 8. He talks about how the quantum wave function is very like thought. How things in quantum theory are similar to psychology, the psychology of consciousness. That's already in David Bohm. And by the way, Bohm got this. Niels Bohr. This is actually an old idea. It's not really a crazy idea. In that Bohr, Heisenberg. By the way, I knew Heisenberg personally. They were all kind of, in a vague sort of way, that the quantum wave function has something to do with thought. In fact, Wigner and von Neumann and Fritz London, they all have this idea that that consciousness collapses the wave function. So it's all very, if consciousness collapsing the wave function, clearly there's some relationship, the wave function to mental stuff. Then you have James Jeans, back in the 20s, I think, maybe the 30s, he said, the universe is looking more and more like a great thought rather than like a great machine. Well, what's he talking? He's talking about the quantum waves. So okay. And also, when I was learning quantum mechanics at Cornell, I mean, they didn't even think of information. It was just like the wave function, well, probability, maybe, but they didn't get very deeply into the meaning of quantum theory. Just, like shut up and calculate. But also in David Bohm's textbook, he talks about the EPR experiment, and he had changed it from particles from momentum and position correlations to Stern-Gerlach magnetic moment spin correlations, which was a nice way. But then, so